Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am your homegirl, Miss Ella Marie. That's me, and welcome back to another video, sis. So I am bringing chapter 2 for the series we are in, Trap Nigga Chronicles. So y'all, chapter 2, what happened? Let's get into this tea, sis. If you are not already, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Leave your 2 cents down below in the comment section. Check the description box for all my social media platforms. So y'all, let's get into this tea. So if you aren't already caught up, you need to go back and watch chapter 1 because it's all gonna make sense. So chapter 1, quick little recap. Teddy done left us in this park, and it's only me, Star, Too Tall, and No Name. No Name was the one that was trying to talk to me. We're going to just name him No Name. So it's all 4 of us, and Teddy done hopped in his truck, and he gone to do whatever move Boss Man, or aka Andre, done told him to do. So we walking down the street or whatever, and Too Tall asking us like, so what do y'all want to kick it at? Do y'all want to go back down there with Boss Man, or do y'all want to go to y'all car and we just kick it and listen to music, woo woo, until Teddy pull back up? So as he's saying this and we all thinking about it, walking and deciding and kicking and keep going, Too Tall his phone end up ringing. I'm assuming on his phone is Teddy because, well, for sure it is Teddy, but at that point I ain't know. So Teddy called Too Tall and asked Too Tall like, so where y'all gonna be at when I get ready to pull back up? Woo woo. So he like, damn Brody, we just we standing here discussing that shit right now. The ladies deciding. So Teddy like, I feel like y'all should just go on back down there with Boss Man and them, woo woo, till I pull back up, and then, you know, that way I ain't gotta be looking around and all that shit trying to find y'all. So we like, yeah, whatever, it's cool. So we all decided to go back down there with Andre now. Now, at this point, we, you know, still walking down the street, kicking it. Ain't nobody in no rush type shit. We laughing, joking, and playing and shit. Too Tall still frying, No Name. Me and Star just talking. We just kicking it, enjoying the night. So Too Tall, while we walking down the street, he rolling up and shit. And so he like, y'all ready to smoke? I'm like, it is what it is. Like, yeah, come on. So he rolling up, we finna get ready and smoke and shit. So we walking up on Andre, and at this point, when we getting closer down the street to where he at, he's still standing up against the car where I left him at. And so so like, dang, he's still over there. So he see us walking up, approaching him. So at this point, he gets up out the car, he walking towards us. So I'm like, so Star keeps walking her No Name and Too Tall. And so I'm finna get ready and keep walking too at this point. So Too Tall like, we just gonna post up on Boss Man shit until Teddy pull back around. So I'm like, all right, cool, we can just stand right here and drink, whatever, it's all right. So as we walking up to his car to post up right there and kick it, he walking towards us. So as he walking towards us, I'm walking past him. I'm slightly walking past him, and he grabs my arm. He like, come here. I'm like, what's up? He like, I want to talk to you. So I'm like, okay, so talk. He like, damn, I'm trying to get to know you for real. I'm like, why? Okay, I heard you say that the first time. So he like, see, that's what I'm talking about. For some reason, it's just the way your little ass talk to me. I'm like, how everybody else talk to you? He like, shit, I don't know, like on some weird shit. I'm like, ah, well, that's unfortunate. So then he like, what else he had said? He like, yeah, I'm trying to get to know you, all this other shit. So he grabbed my arm. We just standing there talking. Now, y'all, we was talking, and it was crazy because all of these people is out here, but like, you know how when you meet somebody and it's like that little spark, and then y'all just get to talking, and so y'all sort of forget that it's other people around. So we standing right here on the middle of this sidewalk. He holding my wrist. We just talking back and forth, and all these other people is around. So Star like, you want a cup? Woo woo. So that broke the the moment with us looking at each other talking. So I'm like, yeah, I'll take a cup. Woo woo. So he like, yeah, pull me up 1 2 if you don't mind. So Too Tall like, I got you, boss man. Woo woo. So that's when we still standing right there talking or whatever, and he like, so yeah, like, just tell me about yourself. Woo woo woo. I'm like, I'll tell you a little bit, but you need to start introducing yourself. I want to know who I'm talking to. So he get to telling me about himself, all this X, Y, Z. So he like, you got kids, this, that, and the third. So I'm telling him, I'm like, yeah, I got kids. He like, so what's the best part about having kids? So I'm like, shit, you literally in charge of creating somebody's movie. Every day, these kids are growing and they are going to play this life back. Like, when we get older, we reminisce, and that's just like playing our movie back. So he like, damn, man, like, I never heard it put like that. Like, that's the most beautifulest perspective. So I'm just standing there talking to him. We talking back and forth. He like, shit, I ain't never heard nobody say that shit like that. So of course I went on into detail and explained more about, you know, parenting and all that shit. So I'm like, I'm assuming you don't got none. He like, nah, I don't have no kids yet. So I'm like, yeah, let me find out. So he like, nah, it's a long story about that. Woo, woo. I could have, but you know, situations happen, X, Y, and Z. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, if you care to go into detail, I'll listen. So he like, really? I'm like, yeah. So he like, it ain't a lot of motherfuckers doing that nowadays. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. So we just talking, going back and forth. We literally standing right here in the middle of this walk, this sidewalk, just talking and talking and talking. Girl, I don't forgot all about the cups and everything. We just standing here talking. So he like, so you really gonna let me take you out? Woo, woo. I'm like, yes. You really gonna set up the date and ask me properly? He like, I'm on it if that's what I gotta do. Woo, woo. He like, I'm trying to really do what I gotta do. And he like, shit, I ain't perfect, but I'll try. Yeah, I done had options to shit. And like, you know, the shit that come with this lifestyle, I done had options. But quality is better than quantity. Period. Is basically what he was saying. So he like, shit, a lot of motherfuckers, they see all this shit and they get superly excited. Like, you know, shit, motherfuckers willing to sell their soul for this type of lifestyle or to be on somebody's arm. Woo, woo. So I'm like, oh, that shit sad. He like, yeah. And not even on no petty shit. So he just speaking like, not even on no petty shit, but like, these women out here really, you know, they see this shit and they go crazy over this shit. So when I come encounter with somebody who don't even give a fuck, like, you know, basically I'm over here trying to get showtime and attention. So he like, that shit is a little different for me. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. He like, you will be surprised at what the fuck is offered to me just to, you know, be in communication, just to be in association with a motherfucker, you know, having that little stamp like, oh, I fucked with woo woo. So I'm like, damn, you know, is that serious? He like, shit, this shit crazy. So I'm like, ah, well, you know, that shit don't excite me, baby. I ain't lying to you. I can't, cause when you be around shit for so long and you know that lifestyle and you done seen that lifestyle in detail, it's like, it ain't, that shit, it comes with it's, you know, it's problems as well. Like, it ain't just all that it crack up to be. So it's like, I don't get excited about that shit no more. Like, hell no. Because when, you know, when you younger, you see them type of niggas, you like, oh shit, okay, yeah, bitch, that's, yeah. But it's like, as you get older, that type of shit is just like, okay, nigga. Been there, done that, had a t-shirt. So he like, yeah, I feel different like talking to you. So I'm like, we'll see. I'm like, yeah, we'll see about that when the look, well, for real, because all of that shit, nigga, we just met. Like, although when we were standing there talking previously, whenever we would go off and talk, we would be standing there talking for a long period of time. It wouldn't, I'll just shorten it down for the sake of the story, because it's just like, you know, you don't remember every word verbatim that y'all was talking about, but you remember certain context. of the conversation. So I'm like, damn, we were talking for a good little minute. Like, I kept remembering, you know, him pulling me to the side. We having little small conversations about certain shit. And it was like, it wasn't no specific conversation, but when whatever we talked about, it was like detail. Like, it was flowing. Like, you could tell the chemistry was there. The eye connection was there. Like, the attention was there. And for some reason, like, girl, we was very, like, affectionate towards each other, like, rubbing each other's arm while we talking, like, just, like, coupley shit. And you would be like, did y'all just meet? But literally, like, it's crazy as hell, because even when we was, I'll be sitting, like, in the middle of him, or, you know, in front of him or something, I'll just rub his back while he talking. He'll just be looking at me, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? We literally just met each other a couple hours ago, but girl, it was so, the connection was just, it was too much, girl. And so we standing right here, we talking in the middle of this motherfucking thing. So at this point, after some time, we had to been standing there for a good little minute. After some time, we hear Teddy and his loud ass music pulling back up. So I Star and Too Tall and them was just over there kicking it, girl. So at this point, Star like, y'all finally done with whatever y'all got to talk about. Y'all ready to drink some of this hitting tea? So Teddy hop up out the car. He popping his shit. He flexing and shit. So all the motherfucker people in the area, now niggas getting turned up like, hey. So, you know, they all popping their motherfucking shit. Niggas all on the ground doing they shit. Woo, 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 woo. Hitting that shit 1, 2, 1, 2. Like, niggas just stunned. So at this point, Andre looking like these niggas too fucking much. Like, they ass stay stunned. So I'm like, these yo niggas though. He like, hell yeah, we make enough money to stunt, ooh, all this other shit. So I'm just like, go ahead, look, you know, do your thing. Cause if y'all remember me describing Andre, baby, Andre was fine, okay? So I'm just like, go ahead, pop your little shit now, do your little shit now. I ain't mad at you, do your little shit. So they just motherfucking turning up, doing they shit, woo woo. So start handing me my drink. So I'm feeling real good. It's a beautiful night out. Like, we vibing. The vibes is everything. So Star like, she over there cheesing because that nigga stunned his shit. So girl, when I tell you this motherfucking place is so fucking ghetto, girl, you got motherfucking niggas out there pulling up bankrolls, like out there just stunned with money, just pulling up bankrolls, popping, going off yappers, all type of shit just going on in the air. It's a lot of tree. It's just a good Chicago fucking night. Like, it's crazy as hell. So he like, hell yeah, we getting money out here. We getting money out here. Fuck them niggas. Fuck what they talking about, baby. Ooh, fuck what they talking about. It's real nigga shit. This a real nigga block. It's a real nigga season. I'm like, go ahead, baby. Do your shit. Cause I love a good stunner. I love a real big stunner. Like, girl, that, oh, Toxic E, I remember them days. Yes, so I'm like, go ahead. Y'all, this thing, I hate it. But it wasn't so cute with the look. But yeah, give me very much big shoulder vibes. So I'm like, go ahead, do your motherfucking shit. Stunts, do your motherfucking shit, cause I ain't mad at you. So Star just standing right here, she cheesing, she just watching her man. I'm like, go here, girl, go get your man. Sherry, you better come and get your man, girl. So I'm like, go ahead, Star, do your shit, woo woo. So we just outside turning the fuck up, feeling good, y'all. Feeling good. So the night is going. So we outside, girl, to like at least 3, 4, because when we left there, we end up going to the lakefront. Girl, we was sitting up there fucked up, kicking it, and then, you know, motherfuckers just started parting ways. So that night happened, motherfucking vibes was good, okay? So that night ended up happening. Now we end up parting ways or whatever. After all this motherfucking shit happening, niggas stunned, we dancing, we kicking it, everything. We end up going to the lakefront. And then me and Star party ways. They went on about their business. So he like, before we left, he like, so you really gonna let me take you out? Woo woo. So I'm like, yeah. So he like, all right, I'm finna make that shit happen. He like, I don't want you to tell me nothing. I want to surprise you with everything. Whatever you don't like, you let me know and I'll change it the next day. So I'm like, okay. So he like, all right, cool. So the next day come around, and girl, of course, I'm fucked up, old as hell. I'm fucked up, so I'm up in the house trying to get my motherfucking self together, detox my body, because that Hennessy done went through me, girl. So I'm like, oh my goodness. So he texts my phone like, good morning, princess. So I'm like, I ain't text back right away, because girl, I didn't really get up till like 12. I ain't gonna lie to you. That Hennessy had me fucked up. So I end up texting him back. So he like, how was your day? And damn, I don't never get a text right back. So I'm like, I was asleep. So we get to talking. Bro, the conversation was good. Like, we get to talking and shit. He telling me how his day going, shit going on in his life. Now, the crazy part is, whenever we would have conversation, it wasn't like the normal, so what's your favorite color? And do you like the Bulls or the Golden State Warriors? I don't fucking know. Like, it's not shit like that. We actually having conversation. Like, it's crazy. So we talking about shit. So I'm asking him questions like, okay, so why you don't got kids, this, that, and the third. Girl, you know, just a normal detailed ass conversation. So the conversation is flowing and flowing and flowing. So now at this point, we done talked the whole day, like back and forth, texting, all of this shit while he outside making his moves. But one thing about him is, this motherfucker had a legit lifestyle on the side of what he was doing. So I'm like, okay, cool. You ain't no eggs in a basket, all in one basket ass nigga. So he like, hell no. So he telling me like what all he got going on, and it's like, woo. So he like, for some reason I just feel like I can trust you. So I'm just like, I hope you ain't telling this type of information to a lot of people. So he like, I just feel like I could trust you, all this other shit. So at this period of time when he's saying this, girl, we done been talking for days and days and days and days. Like, from the time he get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, he texting me, letting me know, to the time he lay down at night, like all day long, texting back and forth while he at work. If he in a meeting, whatever the case may be, we texting, going back and forth. So days and days going past. He like, damn, man, when the fuck am I gonna get up with you? Like, why the fuck you keep playing with me? So I'm like, if you want to come see me real quick. Boo, I don't have time for us to, you know, do no full, you know, arranged date right now, because I got a lot of shit going on. So I'm like, just come see me. We can kick it for a couple hours, talk, whatever. So he like, all right, cool. So he pull up on me and shit. And this time he's in the same car. So I'm like, I thought this was just your, you know, weekend car. He like, I don't know, it's whatever. So we get to talking about that and shit. Girl, we sitting up in the motherfucking car talking for hours. And the crazy part is, it's like, this shit was out of a ghetto, a hood book. Cause girl, like, we literally in the, we drove to Walmart, girl. Some ghetto ass shit. We done went to Walmart, and we walking up at Walmart, and he like asking me like, you need anything for the crib? You need some tissue, all this other shit. And girl, I remember like after we walking through the store, when people were, cause I'm pushing a cart. So by him being so much bigger than me, when people will walk past me, he would turn his back to the person, and he would like have his hand up under my back, and he'll turn like this. So he'll be facing me, but his back will be to them. So, you know, they wouldn't brush up against me or something. It was just the cutest thing. So I'm like, okay, this man, what is going on? So y'all, I don't know what the fuck what's this connection with us. But y'all, this shit, it started out good. It had some good and some bad times, but the shit was just, it was too much. So we up in Walmart, we come up out of there, we get this big ass bottle of wine, and girl, we just talking and shit, household shit. We had to run to the car because it started raining. So we had to run to the car and we just sitting up in the car talking woo woo. So I'm like, he's telling me a whole bunch of shit, like a lot of fucking shit. Shit that most niggas, hood niggas, is not gonna open their mouth and tell you a motherfucking thing about nothing. And if you ever dated a hood nigga, you already know that they ass girl, they barely gonna formulate a sentence. So to be sitting there and telling you a whole bunch of shit, just like opening they whole little world up to you, shit that they dealing with, you know, how the motherfucking business is, shit that's going on in the street, shit like that. Like, that nigga, he got a lot on his motherfucking man, for real, for real. So he just sitting here telling me shit. We talking about shit. He asked me like, what's my goals, shit like that, like what I plan on doing in life, girl, just a whole bunch of shit. So he like, yeah, that line up, because I don't want to be with nobody who life don't line up with mine, and because I don't plan on doing this shit forever. And I done had women in my life that's like, okay, if you stop doing this, it's done for. Like, I don't want to be with you no more. And I'm like, if you stop doing this shit, they don't want to. He like, yeah. So I'm like, oh, that's crazy as fuck. So he like, yeah, I just want to know if a motherfucker see they self with me, if this is not how my life looks. So I'm like, oh, okay. So girl, at this point, we talking and talking and talking, talking and talking and talking and talking. Y'all already know Virgos, I fuck with Virgos, but Virgos are like magnetic people. If you are into some type of astrology or a little bit into zodiac sign, Virgos are magnetic people. So girl, that Virgo and that Cancer, just, it was like literally earth, wind, and fire, child. And so girl, we sitting up in this motherfucking car just talking and talking and talking. So Start called my phone and she like, at first I had declined the call. But girl, you know her, she gonna call the fuck again. So she like, E, why you decline my call, bitch? Don't play with me. I'm like, I'm sitting in the car talking to my homie, woo. So he like, man. So she like, what homie? So I'm like, bitch, she don't know him. She like, yes the fuck I do. Who you talking about? So I'm like, Andre. So she like, oh, yo, homie. I'm like, nah, one homie, bitch, not homie. So he like, shit, stand on my shit correctly. I'm looking over there at him like, boy, shut the fuck up. So he like, tell Star, I said, what's up, woo. So I'm like, I ain't gotta, no, you ain't even here for real. He like, man, I'm here and I'm standing on shit. So let her know I said what's up. So I'm like, whatever. So girl, me and Star just continue our little conversation like he wasn't even right there. It didn't last long, but we definitely continued talking. So she was like, let me go ahead and let you get back to whatever you had going on. So he like, yeah, because we was in the middle of something. So I'm like, whatever. So I clicked the phone off and shit. I hang up. So he like, don't be playing with me like that. Like, you really ain't trying to claim a motherfucker at this point. So I'm like, shit, no. He like, damn, that's crazy. So what I got to do to, you know, speed the process up? So I'm like, shit, ain't no speeding the process up. Time gonna be time. Okay, so we at the we still in this parking lot talking. We is still up in this parking lot talking. So he like, damn, I don't know, like, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on and shit. So I'm like, man, look, I'm already telling you, I'm not gonna be out here telling you all my business. And you know, I don't know, I don't know, y'all. I don't be playing with people. Okay, so he like, I'm sitting here letting you know who I am, front to back, woo, all this other shit. So I'm like, yeah, but that still ain't enough to just say you my man. Shit, you gotta earn that, baby. Ain't nobody just, shit, I don't do a fuck. You better carry on, baby, carry on. Play with somebody else. So, he like, your ass crazy as hell. So, girl, now, at this point, he like, all right, you know, is you gonna be ready for when I set up the reservations, all this shit. So he like, let me know when are you available so I can really get this done. Like, I want to show you that I'm not playing about you, all this other shit. So I'm like, you know, I'll let you know. Ooh, I'm supposed to be off this weekend. So he like, all right, cool. Now, girl, I get ready. He take me back home. Woo woo. So the night ended. So I give him a kiss and shit, and he give me a hug, walk me to the door, take my bags to the door, all this shit. So now at this point, he pull off. He text me when he get home and shit. So he like, all right, I'm finna jump on the reservations. So I'm like, all right, cool. He like, is there any type of Pacific places you want to go? Woo. So I'm like, nah. So, okay, so from the time that we met at the park to the time we hung out to the time we finna get ready and go to the restaurant that weekend, it had been about 2 to 3 weeks at this point. So we coming up on that, you know, slight little month of fucking with each other, talking back and forth. So he like, okay, well, I'm finna go ahead and put the reservation in. Woo woo. So the weekend slowly approaching. Like Thursday, he ended up texting me and was like, are we still on for this weekend? Woo woo. I'm like, yeah, we still on for the weekend. So he like, all right, I'll be there. So he like, all right, the reservations is at 8:15, so I'll be there around about 7:30. Woo woo. So I'm like, all right, cool. So he like, I'm like, what's the attire? Is it casual? What's up? So he like, nah, it's gonna be like, you know, sexy. Get it together. So I'm like, all right, I got you. So, girl, y'all already know. I'm like, okay, so not him stepping correctly, because girl, hood niggas tend to not come with any manners sometimes. So I'm just like, not him stepping correctly. So girl, I had to bring out the dress, baby. I had to bring out that one. So I had on this cute olive green bandage. It's real sexy, girl. It came up off the shoulders, real nice. And girl, you know that like that thick I had on one of them, and it was, girl, so cute with these gold heels, and they had like straps across them, so like all up the ankles. Girl, it was real cute. And I had like a little cute gold clutch. That was it. Cute little accessories, nice long bundles. Y'all know I still had them 32s in, so nice long bundles, but I had them curled. So he like, all right, I'll be there in a minute. So girl, he pulls up. Now at this time, y'all, I don't know what made me tell this story time first, but this was like, it was just crazy. So he pulls up, and girl, he's right on time. I'm like, what the fuck? For some reason, y'all, I just did not want to like him. I don't know. It was crazy. I liked him, but I didn't want to like him. So so I'm like, because I already knew what went on with that lifestyle. I knew what came with that lifestyle, and it soon revealed itself. But anyway, so I'm just like, I ain't want to like him. So he pulls up, girl, he right on time. Now the crazy part is, he and girl, so I'm like, this not his car, so I'm not finna go out here, because I'm thinking this shit for my neighbor or somebody. So I'm like, I'm not finna go out here. So he calls me, he like, I'm outside. I look at the time, I'm like, okay, he right on time. So he comes, I come out the door, I'm walking down the stairs and shit. I come out the door, he gets out the car and meet me at the front. So I'm like, hey, how you doing? So he like, hey, how you doing? He opens the door for me, girl. I'm like, oh, okay. So at this point, he like, I got a gift for you. And I'm like, you got a gift for me? So I'm like, all right, what is it? He like, hold on, be cool, I got you. So he closes, I get in the car, he closes the door, he gets in, we pull off. So now we riding and shit. So he like, look on the back seat. I'm like, okay. So I look on the back seat, girl, he got a whole bundle of roses and a bottle of wine. So I'm like, okay, you just bought me wine. He like, that was days ago. So I'm like, but thank you. And so, girl, he like, all right, well, cool. We finna go downtown to the restaurant that I made reservations at. So I'm like, all right, cool. So when we on our way downtown, I'm like, where's we going? So he like, nah, I don't want you to know yet. You ain't give me no recommendation, so you gonna have to sit back and wait. So I'm like, all right, cool. So he like, you do know how to listen a little bit. So girl, we going back and forth talking. I'm like, nigga, nah, I know how to listen. So he like, yeah, you don't listen that well. I'm like, I listen to what makes sense. If I'm not listening, that means it what? Okay. So he like, man, whatever. So he just looking at me, cheese, and I'm just looking at him cheesing. I'm like, not this out west ass motherfucking nigga. Like, girl, not you fucking. You done said, not you fucking with this out west ass nigga. Over here, got girl, what is you doing, Miss Ella? So he like, damn, man, you be having me come far as hell to get you. I'm like, what you mean? He like, you know, I stay all the way out west. I be have to come all the way out here and get you. So I'm like, would you prefer that I stayed out west? He was like, hell the fuck no, absolutely no, hell the fuck no, and no. So I'm like, oh, okay. So he like, shit, I'll make the drive, you right. So we on our way and shit. Girl, we pull up to the motherfucking restaurant, and I'm just like, nigga, what the fuck? So he like, is this good enough? I'm like, yeah. He like, so that mean I'm off to a great start. So he just nodding his head, and we get the car valeted, and then he comes around, he opens the door. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we walk on into the restaurant and shit, and girl, the restaurant is beautiful, beautiful. So he tell him like, yeah, I'll call and made a reservation for Mr. X, Y, and Z. So I'm like, no, nope, nope, no, 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 no. I'm not finna play with you. No, 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 no. At this point, the lady like, right this way, Mr. and Mrs. Holland. So he like, come on, baby. Woo-woo. So he grabbed my hand. We walking back to the table. So this restaurant is so nice and quiet and just, oh, it was so cute in there. So he like, I hope that I'm off to a great start. Woo woo. So I'm just looking at him smiling and shit. So he like, from the looks of it, I am. So I'm like, whatever. So we still talking. The lady come over and take our order and shit. She like, are you guys ready to order? Like, I'm gonna start you off with some bread and water, you know, all the, you know, normal shit. So she like, could I start you off with X, Y, and Z? So I'm like, yeah, cool. So we putting our order in and all this other shit, and she done, you know, brung all that shit back, normal little fancy dancy shit. So I'm like, okay, so this is cute. And he like, shit, I've been trying to just put one little smile on your face this whole time, like from the park to now, you just ain't been playing. I'm like, what I supposed to do? So he like, just let me get a little closer. Just let me get, I'm like, you so worried about getting closer. Like, why is you trying to, why you trying to be all up in my business? So he like, cause, you know, most women nowadays, like I told you, they just be so ready for me. They just be, whatever I come with, they just be ready. Like, it don't fucking matter. They willing to take whatever. So I'm just like, oh, okay. So he like, shit, I can tell that you ain't taking whatever. So I'm like, and I'm not. I've been there, done it, and I'm not. So we talking and shit. Now the date is going beautiful, y'all. Like, before he had got the car valet, he grabbed my rose out the back. It was just going so nice. So I'm just like, okay, what the fuck is going on? So I'm like, I'm finna get ready and go to the powder room, freshen up. Woo. So I go in the bathroom, girl. Of course, I had to call Star, because I'm like, Star, girl, guess where the fuck we at? So I tell her, she like, bitch, I know you lying. So I'm like, girl, no. She like, did he do it right? I'm like, yes, he done. She like, you're smiling? I'm like, Girl, yeah, I'm smiling a little bit. I'm doing a little something. She like, no, he didn't finally get it right. So I'm like, girl, shut the fuck up. She like, so where you at now? I'm like, I'm in the bathroom. She like, girl, get the fuck out the bathroom and go back out there. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we hang up and shit. I go back out there. Girl, he patiently waiting. He got his little hands up on the table and shit. He looking around and shit. I'm like, oh, okay, let me go on head over there. So, girl, I goes over there. He like, you good? Everything's straight? Ooh, I'm like, yeah. He like, I'm glad that you had to go get yourself together. I had to make a couple business calls anyway. So I'm like, okay, everything's straight. He like, yeah, everything's straight. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we back to talking. And, girl, he just cheesing and cheesing and cheesing. So I'm like, not you cheesing so hard. So he like, what you got planned for, like for the next couple weekends and shit? So I'm like, well, you know, I do a couple weekends straight at work and then I'm gonna have a vacation. So he like, when the vacation coming? I'm like, it's gonna be X, Y, and Z around that time. So he like, so you're not gonna tell me the exact dates? I'm like, nah, not really, because I haven't picked them yet. So he like, So I'm like, I haven't picked them yet. So once I know, I'll let you know. Cause I kept telling him like, okay, well, I'm gonna go and get a Airbnb for the weekend. I'm gonna do a staycation in Chicago, and when I do this staycation, you know, it's just gonna be me, and I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna enjoy the city. And he like, okay, well, when you do this staycation, let me know. I wanted to see you. Like, I want to take you out to do something. So I'm like, So he like, you won't let me come over to the crib, so I'm hoping that you will let me come see you in the Airbnb. So I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe. So at this point, he like, all right, cool. If you need anything on the Airbnb, just let me know. If you want me to pay for it, I'll get it for you. So I'm like, nah, I'm cool. So he like, damn, what's up? I'm like, what you mean? He like, I'm trying to, you know, make sure your vacation is as comfortable as possible, but you ain't trying to let a motherfucker do nothing. I'm like, cuz I've been doing it, and I don't want you thinking like nothing. He like, nah, I ain't one of them. Ooh, I take care of people around me, this, that, and the third. So I'm like, yeah, but you know, that shit come with a price sometimes. He like, nah, when it's coming from the right people. So, girl, I'm just like, who you? Come here, boy. Who you? Who your mama? So he like, yeah, not when it's coming from the right people, it don't whoop. So I'm like, yeah, okay, we'll see. Now, at this point, we eating our food. Girl, it's nice in here. Like I said, the conversation is good, girl. We enjoyed, I forgot what the fuck this wine was called. But y'all, this shit, I could not pronounce it. Like, it was some French type punchul or something, but it was like, you could tell the bottle was just so nicely done and like vintage looking. The wine was so sweet and girl, it was just nice. And with that fucking steak, like, it was a red wine. It was so nice. It had like a bitter taste at first, but it was sort of like smooth and fruity after a while. Girl, it was just nice. Like, that wine was so good. And so dude was like, yeah, this is it is 75 years old or some shit like that. And he was like, it has been aging for a while, this, that, and third. So he giving us all the little artifacts about it, all of this shit. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, it is good, girl. We, baby, tore that wine up, and that wine had us to a real. He like, not you having me drinking wine. I'm like, man, you can't be having that hard look all the time. He like, shit, hell yeah. So he over there, he like, that shit got me feeling smooth in a motherfucker. I'm like, yeah, nigga. She got the hood niggas drinking wine. We off to a great start. So she like, your ass crazy as hell, man. So, girl, we sitting there eating, kicking and talking. The night is beautiful. We got a view of the city. It was so pretty in there. And we just enjoying each other's company. So he like, I'm gonna need you to figure out them vacation days, all of this shit. And I think it was really something different because he was not used to women like making him wait for their time. Like, you could tell, you know how hood niggas is. You could tell these girls or these women are out here just, and I hate it for us because it's like, slow down, Pookie. Put it on park, Pookie. Slow it down, Pookie. Put a little park in it, Pookie. And make them wait. Make them wait. It don't take all that. So he was like, damn, man, like, I gotta fill out a schedule, fill out a request form, all type of shit just to kick it with you. I'm like, yeah, I got a life. And that I definitely do. So he like, I can respect that, woo woo. Now, girl, we just talking. So he like, if you available this week, I want to see you, woo woo. So I told him, okay, I'm available Thursday, but because this was like the weekend. So I'm like, I'm available Thursday, but you know, it's probably not gonna be for a long time. He like, all right, cool. I gotta go meet a nigga about something, but if I could come and see you too, that'll, you know, complete the little mission. He like, cause the drive that I gotta go to meet this person, I gotta come south your way anyway, past the Hunnids to get out to where he's at. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So he like, yeah, so if I'm able to see you in that same little spin, then I can, you know, knock two birds out one stone. I'm like, all right, cool. I just hit your line and let you know. So, girl, we over here enjoying the night and shit. So he like, what you want to do after this? I was like, I don't know. It's whatever. So he like, let's go walk the river walk, and then, you know, we'll decide. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we leave the restaurant after we done and shit, girl. We get in a car. They bring the car around. We get in a car. So he like, all right, we finna go to the river walk, and whatever you want to do, we can do it. So I'm like, all right, cool. So, girl, we just walking and talking the rest of the night and shit. We didn't even go and do shit else. We just walking and talking. So he like, damn, that's crazy as hell. First it go from you not trying to talk to me at all to us talking for hours. So I'm like, boy, that be you talking. And he like, but you sure don't tell me to shut the fuck up. I'm like, cuz that's rude. So he like, I appreciate that. So I'm like, whatever. Now I noticed that throughout this conversation he studied asking me like, how do you feel, like what's the time frame for people meeting families and all of this other shit? Because, you know, we had a situation where we knew the same people and didn't know we knew them. So, like, you know, what's the situation with you, like meeting parents and family, friends and shit like that? So I'm like, I don't know, like I gotta be serious about a person for them to be, you know, brought into my world. So he like, yeah, I can respect that, this, that, and the third. So he kept bringing up his relationship with his mama. He like, shit, me and my mama, like, we close in a motherfucker, woo, woo, like, that's my dog, that's my girl. So I'm like, yeah, I can respect that. He like, I take care of my whole family, this, that, and the third. So he really, like, letting me know what's going on in his world for real. So I'm like, oh, okay, you know, shit, I know hard feelings about that. Like, you know, I respect that type of shit. Woo. So he like, yeah, I just want to be upfront with you about shit. I ain't no perfect ass nigga, but I, you know, put forth the effort. Woo, if you willing to give me the chance. So I'm like, shit, you gonna have to earn the chance. Like, it's not, you know, just thrown around. So he like, shit, it's whatever, like I'm gonna show you. So we just walking and talking, girl. At this point, when he done stopped on the river walk, we just looking, girl, looking. The boats passing by. It is so beautiful. Like, I'm like, oh, downtown is just so fast. So he like, yeah, I'm willing to take it as slow as you want to take it, this, that, and the third. So I'm like, respect for us to, you know, take our time with shit, this, that, and the third. So he like, yeah, that's how you gonna build shit anyway. So at this point, we just been talking, y'all. When I tell you, I was with this man all day. Like, when he picked me up, it was like 7 something. And I was just with him all night, like, all night. And I had been on the phone with him all day anyway. So when he picked me up for the date, we just continued to talk from what we was talking from throughout the day. And then it just kept going and kept going and kept going. Like, we was even talking about deep into each other's childhood. Girl, crazy as hell. So I'm just like, okay, what the fuck is going on? Because, you know, women, we get emotionally attached first. So I'm just like, pump them brakes, Miss E. Let's slow down. Pump them brakes, Miss E. And girl, because I was just trying to see, like, what was it giving? And so he was like, yeah, I'm finna get you home before it gets too late, woo woo. And girl, at this point, we go back to the car. Of course, we on our way home. Now, at this point, he like, he started talking about the vacation. So I'm like, yeah, I'm looking at this Airbnb and this, that, and the third. So he like, when you get home, FaceTime me, because I want to like help you decide. Like, I want to look through them with you, this, that, and the third. So I'm like, this was around the first month mark. So when my vacation finally came, that would have had to been like 2 to 3 weeks later. So came around and he was like, okay, well, I want to, you know, I want to make YALL of your vacation week. So just let me know. When you get home, we're going to go and look, you know, see what hotels, all of this, Airbnbs, whatever the case may be. We're going to see all of this online together. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know, oh man, it is what it is. So when he get ready to drop me off at the house, I'm just like, all right, good night, woo woo. So he like, nah, I don't really want you to go. Like, sit here for a couple minutes with me if you don't mind, this, that, and the third. So of course we still sitting in the car talking, and girl, I don't even remember what we were talking about. It was crazy. So he like, all right, let me go ahead and let you go in the house, this, that, and the third. So unless you know, you on mad, I'm like, nah, you right. Let's conduct ourselves correctly. So, girl, like, you know what, a real nigga got urges though. I'm like, okay. And he had urges before he met me that he was getting handled. So that's cool too. So he like, damn, you quick on your feet, ain't you? I'm like, always and forever will be. Always and forever will be. So, girl, I get my shit. I leave up out the car. So now he like, damn, she quick on her feet and she ain't scared to head the fuck out. And I'm not. So that's what you better know about me. So I goes in the house. He blow the horn. He like, all right, cool. So I go home. I go in the house and shit. Get undressed, take my shower. I'm in my motherfucking bonnet, girl. Done put a facial on. Here this nigga come FaceTiming. So I'm like, oh shit, I was supposed to FaceTime this nigga so we could pick out this Airbnb shit. So he gets on the motherfucking FaceTime. I got the camera off because I'm like, nigga, you ain't finna catch me the fuck lacking. Not this early. I got on my grandma bonnet and shit. I got this facial shit. I got this facial shit all over my face. Like, hell no, you ain't finna catch me lacking. So, girl, as I answer the FaceTime, I'm trying to hurry up and turn the camera off. He like, oh, okay, so let me see. I'm like, let you see what? He like, let me see what you really looking like around the crib. So I turn the camera on. He like, oh, okay, so you doing you a little facial or whatever. I'm like, yeah. He like, get that shit together, ma. I fuck with it. Get that shit together. So I'm like, nigga, you so stupid. He like, you got your little satin bonnet on for your little bundles or whatever. I fuck with it. I fuck with it. Nigga, get your hair done, though. I'm like, nigga, you stupid as hell. And so he like, all right, let's look at these Airbnbs and shit. So I'm like, you is so worried about my damn vacation trip. Like, nigga, calm down. He like, cuz, you ain't finna take that motherfucker by yourself. I don't know what you talking about. I'm like, but you wasn't invited. He was like, damn, that's crazy. So a real nigga ain't invited to the vacation trip? So I'm like, no. He like, that shit is beyond me. I didn't even know it was like that. But let's go ahead and see what they look like. Let's go to see what they look like. I'm like, nigga, didn't you just hit me? He like, then you hit me too. So, girl, we going back and forth. And I'm just like, no, he didn't just try to put me in check, because you ain't invited, but you might be. You ain't invited, but you very well might be. So, girl, we get online. We looking at the Airbnbs and the hotels. We comparing prices, all this shit. He like, so what all do you want to do? Do you want it to have a spa in there? Do you want to get a massage? Ooh, all this other shit. So I'm like, I'm telling him what all I want. So he like, you might have to drive out a little bit. This, that, and the third. All type of shit. So I'm like, okay, whatever, boy. So he like, man, I'm so ready to get the fuck from over here. All this motherfucker shooting and shit going on over here. Woo, woo. So I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. So he like, yeah, that's why I can't wait to motherfucker leave out for the weekend, this, that, and the third. So I'm like, he really think he is coming? Like, how is you just inviting yourself to my vacation weekend? Like, that's crazy to me. So he like, yeah, I can't. I'm finna get ready and start packing my shit whenever we decide. Woo woo. So I'm like,
sir, I am actively dating. So what are you saying to me?
How was you gonna start packing? So, girl, as we going through the shit, he studied talking about what all he got to pack, this, that, and the third. I'm just study looking like, I didn't invite you. So he like, yeah, we could probably have somebody come and cook for us, this, that, and the third. So I'm like, cook for us? He like, unless you feel comfortable cooking, because I don't really know how to do this shit. He like, I know a little bit of something, but I don't really know a lot. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So he like, shit, if you gonna cook, or I can just have somebody to cook for us, this, that, and the third. So I'm like, we'll decide. He like, all right, just let me know so enough time so I can get it set up. I'm like, all right, cool. So now at this point, girl, we on the phone just going back and forth. I'm just like, nigga, I never said you was fucking invited, but since you invited yourself, like, nigga, that's all I have for Trap Nigga Chronicles Chapter 2, y'all. If you enjoyed this story time, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Follow all my social media platforms. They're going to be listed down below in the description box. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to say that again. Like, comment, and subscribe if you fucking with your girls or you just fucking with the content. And go do me a favor. Come here. Do me a favor. Tell your homegirl, your cousin, your auntie, your baby mama sister, your sister, baby mama cousin, your baby daddy, little sister, big cousin, Tasha, and her 3 kids that stayed on the block where your auntie used to stay at, where your mama back door was facing the alley and the cats used to run past. Tell your neighbor on the 3rd floor upstairs that didn't have no electricity in her basement for the 2nd winter in a row. Like, let everybody know to come over here and fuck with Miss Ella Marie. That's me. And I'll see y'all in my next video, sis. Bye, boo.